Hello, everybody. So good to see you such interested in so important technologies. Today we will speak about VR, artificial intelligence, and many other technologies with Cristina Morariu, project manager at SOMESOFT, and Silviu-Tudor Serban from Intel Software Innovation. And I am Alexandra Roata, managing partner at Softlead, an integrated software marketplace dedicated to the relationship between software companies and end users. So, we will start with Cristina, who will show us a live demo, super interesting, as I saw on YouTube. So, let's see your robot and explain us, please, how it works and which are the technologies and how it works the end user.
Thank you, Alexandra. Hello, everyone. My name is... Testing. Yes, I will just speak a little bit louder. I'm Cristina. I'm from Cluj, and I'm here to show you a robot that we have built. We named him Evie. Actually, well, I'm representing a startup from Cluj. It's called SOMESOFT because of the river that passes through Cluj. And we are working with, well, we are trying to integrate artificial intelligent services and orchestrate them in order to obtain better applications. What I will show you today is a robot, a conversational robot. We use the robot as a physical instance of the artificial intelligence that is behind it. On the screen there, you see a brief diagram showing the architecture of the system. So I will just go through the diagram, and then we will see a full demo on how this works. So the user will start a conversation with the robot using speech or text. Either way works just as well. If we use speech, for example, we will use a speech-to-text service. Once we get the text from the user, the input text, we pass that through a natural language processing service. This is actually deep learning, artificial intelligence, in order to determine the intent behind the user's input. So to give you an example here, if you were to use the AVR of a classic system, you would be asked, if you want to change your contract, press 4. Now, in an intelligent system, you will be asked, how can I help you today? And you will say, I want to change my contract. Or I want a different contract. My contract is not right enough. Any natural language will do, and that will be translated into an intent by the artificial intelligence. In order for this to work, the artificial intelligence is trained. So we need to train the system with different set of questions in order for it to learn how to translate the text into the intent. Once we have done this using a commercial available artificial intelligence service, we are using a knowledge graph in order to provide the conversation between the human and the robot. The knowledge graph will actually fill in the missing bits between so what is the goal of the user, what does he want to find out about, and what other information do I need from that user? For example, is he a customer of which service, since when? And I will show you today an example with the telephone, for example, a telephone company call center agent. And once this is, the knowledge graph is computed, we find out the response that the robot needs to provide, and the response can be either text or voice or whatever it's going to be. So let's see it in action. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. I am Evie, a Lego robot, powered by deep learning. I am very excited to be here today.
Can you help me with my phone?
Sure, what's the problem?
I want to know if my phone is still in warranty.
Which warranty-related issue are you suffering from?
Before we move forward, on the right side of the screen, you see the application log. So in case it crashes, we can see what happened. My screen is broken.
How many months is it since the start of the contract?
5.
Which phone are you using?
iPhone 5.
This is covered.
Yeah, so before we move forward with the presentation, what is important here is that the input that I'm giving to the robot, either voice or text, it's not hard-coded, so we are not doing a match on the text or on any piece of content. We are actually understanding the intent behind the user's question, and then using the knowledge graph, we find out what is the correct answer to the question that the user has formulated. Now let's see some robot action as well. Move closer.
Moving closer to you.
Go back.
Okay, moving back.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye, friends. Speak later.
Thank you so much. So the full system that we have built consists of different cortexes. So this is one example. For example, if the user's intent is to find out more about his phone, we transfer the user to this knowledge graph. But if the user, for example, would want something else, like understand the sentiment of a text or use the video, the image recognition software, artificial intelligence, we can do that as well. In the system, we have different cortexes. We use one of these cortexes for each of the intent that we want to map. One of them is the movement that is done using Java for Lego. You can find it online if you want to play with Lego Mindstorms using Java. And the others are mapped, some through the knowledge graph and others through the artificial intelligence APIs that are available commercially. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cristina. Before Tudor's presentation, I have just a question because I'm so curious. Tell me, how mainstream do you think this technology and the whole robotics solution is going to be for real?
Well, it's just starting, I think, since Google, Facebook, IBM, Microsoft, all the key players in the industry are open up the deep learning systems that they have. Applications will start to be built. I was reading about an artificial intelligence assistant called Joy. It was Joy Watson from IBM, implemented with IBM services. And she has operated as a human assistant for 2 months until someone understood it's not human. So it's possible. We are going there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so this goes in. Bum, bum, bum.
Before Tudor is getting ready, please prepare your questions for the Q&A session.
Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Silviu. I'm going to start with a short presentation. How do you make this full screen? No? Yes, no? Oh, damn it. Okay. Does anyone know how to make it full screen with this one? Yeah, sorry. I'm really bad with Office. Nope. Ah, it's full screen. Oh, just here it's not full screen. Oh, okay. Sorry. So I went through all the steps of our presentation. So first it's VR, then we go to AR, AI, and then to a bit more. So first, virtual reality. How many of you tried it? Okay. So everyone has tried it. How many of you tried these things? Oculus, OSVR, or Vive? So maybe half of the people tried the Google thingy, right? Okay, so after the presentation, if you're interested, I have an OSVR here. So we're going to go somewhere where there's a big table. And if anyone is interested to try a demo with this one, yeah, I see some happy faces. So yeah, see you there. Find me after the presentation. So next, we move on to augmented reality. Have you seen these pictures before? Yeah, okay, some of you may know them. Has anyone tried AR? Okay, this is much less hands than before. Okay, so we have three, let's say, very cool devices that are on the market and will come to the market. First, it's HoloLens. I urge you to try it as soon as possible. It's really, really good. Then we have Meta, and we have Magic Leap. Magic Leap doesn't have a device yet, but rumors has it they're going to be really cool. Next, we're going to hit AI. So AI is many things, but these are just a few things that AI can do at the moment. So machine perception, natural language processing, let's say enhanced vision for navigation, object manipulation, etc. So here we have the Segway robot. It's really, really cool. It's autonomous. It has basically it's a computer on a Segway, but it's really, really cool. And do you know the Aztec Drone? It's an autonomous drone that can dodge objects and actually go through a forest and dodge trees and any kind of obstacle in its path. So what do these have together is inter-real sense technology. So basically they're using this 3D technology, like this camera over here, and they're using it to perform this harder than they look tasks of actually navigating the real world. This is the camera. Basically, this is an SR300 model. Razer also makes it. So both Intel and Razer are making these cameras. And what I'm going to present you is a game that we made to showcase the, let's say, artificial intelligence capabilities of a device like this, given the software behind it also. So here we have the game. Okay, this game is called Drill Sergeant. So basically, you're like a sergeant, and you have this whole army guys that listen to you and obey your commands. Hopefully, the voice recognition will work well because it's kind of, let's say, picky in noisy environments. Okay, let's check it out. All of you, attention. Oh. Okay, sorry. My bad. So, yeah. Okay. So this does not start by default. Sorry. Okay. Okay, maybe it will start now. It's to this. No, it's correct. Okay, so yeah, I could see it before, but you guys couldn't. So let's start again. So here's the barracks where you have find all your military guys, and hopefully it'll get my voice recognition. So all of you, attention. Okay, so basically they obey commands, they listen to some kind of orders, like drop down and give me 20. Hopefully it'll hear me. Okay, if it doesn't obey, it means it didn't recognize properly due to the noise, so sorry about that. Anyway, apart from the voice commands, you can actually interact with them naturally, somehow with gestures. So the camera can see my hand, so you can do, yeah, you can make him pay for stuff. Also, yeah, it gets more interactive. So, for example, if you, I don't know, did you go to fairs, like, and hit these kind of things at fairs? No, I don't know, seaside or, yeah, I guess. So basically, you can just, you know. So yeah, it's a new way to interact with things. More than that, I mean, you can even play darts. I guess more people play darts than that thing before. So basically, it tracks your hand, and you can make some gesture, and you can throw the dart in the game. So basically, this is a showcase demo. There are some more things that it does, but for our AI, let's say, focus, this is basically what it does. So thanks for listening. I hope you liked it, and also if you're interested to play it, it'll also be available with the VR. Yeah. So thank you. I guess. Okay. Cool.
Now, some questions from me. First of all, it's a common question when we are in an interview, but let's try this one now too. Where will all these technologies and systems and robots will be in 5 or 10 years? How will all look?
I don't know. I think robots will be everywhere. That's my opinion. I think even a normal household will be able to have one, at least a tiny robot, at least the one that cleans up the place. If not, let's say a super smart robot that talks to you and reacts to you, at least some kind of like a worker robot that does stuff for you that you don't like to do.
So home, offices, mobile.
I think they already have it in offices. You know, there's a Deloitte office in Amsterdam, and they have robots doing a lot of stuff there, from cleaning to mail and everything. So in office scenarios, I think it'll be faster.
Cristina?
Well, I really think that with the advances of these new technologies, we will see new rules in place in our society. Like we have rules for human-to-human interactions, formal and informal rules. We will need to define rules on, for example, how to interact with the artificial intelligence,
Okay.
what is allowed to do, what is not allowed to do, what is, for example, a mean period to train your robot, like you train your employee. And all these things will be the future. We will need to think about them and implement them and adjust our reality.
And it's also about the customer to be educated, to know to use, and to give trends. And the trends are another point of for our discussion. What kind of trends do you see in the next years? Not only see the robots and technologies everywhere. Anything else? Software applications, technologies. And also, we have here in Romania, we have what kind of resources do we need to put all these things to happen? We have developers, but do we have product managers? Do we have, what kind of resources do we need?
Go first.
I guess funding.
Okay,
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah, that's the biggest point maybe in Romania, because we don't have a culture for startups. So then, let's say the people are less keen to invest in moonshots. So maybe that's the key area, because we have the human resource, right? There's a lot of smart people here, so things can be done. They just need a drive, I guess.
Are the youngest consumers a good target? I'm speaking about kids.
Well, just to respond to your question before, I do not think Romania it's a standalone country anymore. We are a global market, and working in the development industry, you see there is no difference if you work from Cluj or New York. You can be online in the same hours, you can interact in the same ways. It's not about Romania, it's about what the market needs. And the market will dictate the next product. If it will be artificial intelligence or enhance our senses, like you were saying about the smells technology. So that could be one direction where we are going with all this.
Yes, that was the next question about the smells. If you can tell us more about how we can or how in how much time we will be more closer of smelling and technologies to put this on.
I'm not so sure about smelling technologies. I'm sure they'll take a big, let's say, growth in the next years. Well, I'm guessing the technology is maybe not market ready yet, but it'll be soon. Maybe you know more about this?
Yeah, so on the cognitive, the artificial intelligence area that I have covered are going towards cognitive mostly, so understanding, interacting with humans, understanding their needs, helping them obtain access to the information that is already on the web. Virtual reality and augmented reality are approaching different senses, like our eyes, our smells, our tactile, our ears, and in all these domains we will see enhancements as time progresses.
Okay, thank you very much. Tudor, do you have anything
I
else to
wanted
say?
to say that, I mean, a few years ago, there was not so much virtual reality. There was the Oculus, which was really bad. The first Oculus, I don't know if anyone tried it. It was quite not good. But 2.5 years later, you have technology that actually feels good, and you can wear it for hours and enjoy the sensation. So I think it's going more faster than we were expecting.
And also, we can see that brands are more used to implement campaigns with new technologies and bring customers more closer to their needs. Okay. Do we have any questions?
I can. Okay, I'm here.
Hello. Very interesting talk, by the way. First of all, I don't know if you've heard, but there's a recent development. Some professors used machine learning to create a self-controlling experiment and go to a Bose-Einstein condensate with that. So this is another area of development. And I have a pretty technical question. Do you do pre-processing of the voice, and what kind of pre-processing for the voice recognition software? And the other question is, when you refer to a cortex, do you mean a neural network? And if you mean that, how many layers, and maybe some structural details if you have for me? Thank you.
I'm really hoping Andrea can help us a bit with the question. So for what I have demoed here, it's deep learning. Exactly, it's the network behind the scenes. It's IBM Watson. So we are using their natural language classifier service and the voice service that I haven't haven't demoed today. We are also looking at Microsoft. They are very good at, for example, sentiment in the images. They are very good on that area. So it's a matter of choosing the right provider for your needs. Depends what you're doing.
Thank you very much. Another question.
Hi. Okay. I'm Madam Mate from Digital Startup Academy, representing a global network of innovators. My question is more linked to where do you see the risk of using these high-tech technologies, especially if we apply it intensively in army and this application go to real life? How do you see the world changing in this sense? And then another comment linked to your question. There are voice recognition tools quite developed and used, especially in Israel startup world, and especially applied to military. And also there are startups who are, even here in Romania, that are developing a tool they have it developed already. It's a tool on, not on voice recognition, but it's more on video, capturing transcript, transforming the image into text and analyzing it. Thank you.
So the first question was for you.
Okay, so I'm guessing the military environment would be very interested to try out new technologies. I think they're the earliest adopters possible. After that, some things get to the public, and I'm guessing the augmented reality we're having today, maybe, I guess in military scenarios, it was there a couple of years ago. So I don't think it's a big problem. I think it's good that we also get a technology and we can build on it and create better cities, better environments, helping ourselves to know more about what's around us. So I see the good side in it.
I'm back.
Okay, obviously these are the good aspects of using the high tech into the real life. But what negative points do you see on how they can impact on our society? For instance, isolating us, having only virtual relationships, or other type of effects like losing control over robots and so on.
Come on, I don't think it's a big problem. Because it's like this. Okay, you have VR now, and you'll say there's a danger that you'll become addicted to VR and stay in the VR world all day. I think the same problem can be said about Facebook, right? You can be addicted to Facebook and stay on Facebook all day. Although this possibility exists, I don't think everyone stays on Facebook every day. I think this kind of auto-regulates after a while. So people at the beginning are really hyped about it. They're going to waste a lot of time with the new technology, but after a while they're going to use it wisely, or more wisely than before. So I think it's usually a good thing to have new technology and to adapt, I guess, the masses to it. So the more adopted it gets, the more over time it'll get like not bad for people. Maybe at the beginning there's a danger, but I don't think it's something very problematic.
Not even when robots are getting better than the creator?
I guess there's too many movies about this.
Okay. Next question.
Hello, good afternoon, this is Alex. My question would be, do you have your own instance of Watson for the services that you showed us before, or you're using cloud ones from IBM? And if you're using the cloud ones, how do you solve, let's say, sharing your data in the cloud with IBM?
We do not have our own instance of Watson. We are using the APIs that IBM is offering, and we are not storing any data in the cloud. We are using Watson to process the user's intent. So we send a text to Watson, a question, and Watson will tell us what is the intent. The knowledge graph is stored on our power system. It's not.
So you don't mind that IBM will know your queries, the questions, the intents?
Google already knows your questions anyway.
Yeah, I'm surprised because I know, corporations are very secretive about their that data of their customers, whatever they want, whatever they ask. So I'm surprised you send it to Watson on the cloud. That's why. Sorry.
I was saying earlier, I really think there will be rules that we need to think about, starting now, about how we are interacting with the intelligent systems. The information is already there, it's just that it's opaque to the computer. 80% of the information on the net is not accessible to the computers. With advances of artificial intelligence, this information will be available. So your comments on Facebook will represent data for the artificial intelligence that will already know what you're thinking about it. I know it doesn't answer the question, but I guess we will see.
Hello, me again. I didn't present myself earlier. My name is Nick. About what Miss Ada, I think is her name, said. First of all, I think there is a real concern about machine learning, AI, at the international level, when people like Elon Musk is investing millions of their own money in foundations like OpenAI, and the state of California is already discussing laws to prevent some of the problems that may appear with advancements of AI. And also Google themselves, they say that by 2048, Mr. Ray Kurzweil is saying that by 2048 we will have AI at human level. So that should be a concern, I think. Thank you.
Well, I come from an agile framework, and I'm really believing in self-organizing teams. We, as humans, and with robots and artificial intelligence that will work with us, we will find a balance at some point. I do not know what that will be. If I knew, I would be rich by now, but I don't. We will see.
I think it's dangerous not to have more advanced AI. So it will mean we don't really evolve that much. It will help us in the future in many ways that we cannot even figure out now. So there is some danger, but I think it's limited. Or it can be contained, that's all.
Okay.
Very good questions.
I have a question. Since the virtual reality is such a new thing, relatively new thing, but it's also pretty available, how long do you think it will take before we can implement it in universities? For example, the medicine school, where we can actually learn like operation environment, or it's really close to home, close to what we need in the educational system.
Well, I think it's all about the money, maybe, or how much people would like to invest in this to have it in universities and learning centers, because it can be done at that level. Just last week, I've seen a demo in VR, which was very, very, very photorealistic. So technology-wise, it can be done. It just needs a push, I think. And we can actually emulate a lot of things in VR. So the human body is complex indeed, but to some degree, I think it can be emulated in the VR world to react as it would react in reality. So I think it's closer than we think.
Thank you.
Any other question?
I can help you with the mic. No, we're going back.
For both of your products, what is the next stage, the next step? Where do you see your product in the next 2 years, let's say?
For me?
For both of you.
Okay. On our side, as I was saying, we are orchestrating different artificial intelligence services to build better products. We are playing with sentiment analysis, which I really think it's a cool thing to have. So to be able to understand the sentiment behind the text of your customers, for example. as I was saying, you can understand from a Facebook comment if that person is angry, it's joyful towards a certain entity in the text. And also all other services that, well, are currently available, and a lot of them are free to be used by us to develop applications like retrieve and rank, search by intent, emotions in pictures, and all these things. So from my side, we will continue to explore the artificial intelligence world and try to build better products. Thank you.
For our work, or especially for our demo, I think what we plan to do is increase the, let's say, the intensity of human-computer interaction. So basically, with this kind of technologies, like the 3D sensing technologies and the machine learning on top of it, you can actually get to interact with your computer or with your, I don't know, phone or whatever. You can interact with it much more naturally. So that's what we're aiming for, as natural as possible interaction with your devices. So basically, we're going to do a lot of research in this area and try to get it really easy to use and have like close to zero learning curve. So when you start using any kind of software that uses this kind of technology, you'll just know how to use it from the start. You don't need to read a manual or anything. You know, you just start it and you know how to use it. So that's our goal, actually.
Can you tell us something about the costs, especially for Cristina? It's a question.
Well, at this moment, the APIs, most of them are free of charge. The application on top of it, of course, it depends on what you would need as a customer, what you need from the application. But, well, of course, it all depends about the scope of the application that you want to build. It's once you have the application, as the things are, well, at this moment, you will only pay per use. So you will pay, for example, for the usage of the APIs or for maintenance and such. It depends on what you want to build, to summarize my
Okay, thank you.
answer.
And there are communities of testers for both of you.
Well, for real sense, there's wider and wider adoption. So then, yeah, there's forums, there's people talking about how they're using it for building products. There's many people doing really interesting stuff. So if you just Google Intel RealSense, you'll find a lot of cool products that are being made with the technology, not just games. This is just to show up how many things you can do with it. But like attaching it to any kind of device, for example, the Segway, basically it has a Atom PC, a RealSense, and a Segway. So there you have a robot, a fully fledged robot that can walk around and understand its environment. So there's many applications. And there's a community that's growing for this kind of applications.
Good to hear that. Do we have any other questions? I guess, Ada?
I can help you with the microphone in this way? Or? No? No.
Since when are you into this technology and how many are you in your team currently? And whether you are present already with pilot customers, maybe on other markets except Romania? Both of you applicable the question.
On our side, we are engaged currently in a series of proof of concepts with 3 customers at this moment. What can I tell you? We have been working with the technology for a long time. We are passionate about it. I think that's the most important thing. And maybe next year, on DevTalks, we will be able to tell you some happy success stories about how we implemented it.
For us, it's in the Intel Innovator program. We're also doing some POCs to, let's say, test out the capabilities of the technology and see how far we can get and which ways we could actually help a lot of people and improve their lives. So hopefully, yeah, next year we'll have more.
Cool. Okay, I'm coming now.
Early on, you said that sometime in the future you will be able to distinguish what people write on Facebook. Do you really think that you can, like, for example, distinguish sarcasm from irony? I mean, some people can't do that. Do you think that artificial intelligence will be able to do that? I mean, we don't know how to program it right now.
There are some limitations, yes. So, for example, in what we have done so far, irony is something that we cannot detect. Well, it's interpreted wrong. But again, we are at the beginning. So if you were to think where we were 5 years ago and where we are now, there is even a search engine to search by emotions. So the next 5 years will bring an answer to this challenge that we have right now as well.
The question was related to Facebook posts. The question was related on Facebook posts. You said that somebody writes, for example, nice, and you don't know if it's for real or if it's an irony.
I was referring to the Facebook posts as well. So what we have did part of a proof of concept that we have worked on was to extract all the comments on Facebook and social media about a certain event that happened. And we analyzed them for the sentiments in the text, and we were able to say how much of that message is joyful, how much is sad, how much is angry. Of course, as I was saying, there are limitations with the irony, for example. So if someone says nice, but it actually means it's not nice, that will not be a successful analysis currently.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. Are you also planning to develop an API for other companies to have access to your services? For both?
For both? Well, for sure, at some point. The big players in the market are already offering APIs for the basic functionality. What we are doing is orchestrating these services. So at some point, we may consider offering APIs on top of the basic APIs that are offering the voice recognition, speech recognition, image recognition, or emotions and such. That's from me.
For our case, I think a lot of the AI work that we've done is based on the InterRealSense SDK. So that API is already there for anyone to try. We did build some things on top of it. And maybe if they get to be really good enough, especially for understanding sentences or some special cues, then maybe we can build something on top of it and then give it to other people. But I guess as an addition to the SDK.
All righty, I think we can close up.
Thank you very much, all of you. You can ask questions also after the panel. You can find Cristina and Tudor and discuss more with them. Thank you very much. Waiting to see these products next year with many other features and maybe users, active users.
Hopefully.
Why not?
Hopefully. Okay, thank you very much. It was a great panel, and see you in news.
Thank
Thank you.